Hello sweet friends and welcome to my channel Crafting with me, Indiana Jones. Today's a Witchy Wednesday Summerween extravaganza. What does that mean is I have a full playlist of a collaboration of wonderful creators that wanted to celebrate Halloween in the middle of summer. Why not? So let's get started. For this first craft, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine that you should already know, Dawn of Shabby meets Bling. She is making these cute, adorable little chunky little owls, and I had to have them for this craft for Halloween. So here they are. They come in a set of 3 because they are who will be's. These are little hoot owls that is perfect for fall and Halloween. And of course, we have my kitty Kudu, who is making a full inspection of these new little creatures that are going to be part of my Halloween decor. They are made of lightweight foam. They come in a set of 3 and they are just so fun. And I also received some little bat brothers, which I'll show you in a moment. But these are perfect. You can use them in so many different ways. And she just opened her Etsy shop and I wanted to show my support. Here are little batty friends, and I like to call them flappy bats. And they are the cutest little thing as well. Again, it's sturdy styrofoam and you can use it in so many ways. You can put skewers in them. You can attach them with wires. You can glue them. You'll see when I create my projects. Guru is keeping a watchful eye over these flighted little friends that we have in our home and in our craft room. So here I am prepping one of these cute little owls to be painted. As I said, because it's styrofoam, they're lightweight and it's just easy to put in a skewer and get to painting. I'm just using regular acrylic paint and basically creating a cute little vintage owl. I love the vintage Halloween look, the retro look, whatever you want to call it. And I love the bright orange and yellow and green and of course black, of course. So here I am just painting up my cute little owl. I don't have a name for him per se, but it's just, I had so much fun because there's so many different ways that you can paint these. Now imagine that you have some kids bored at home and they don't know what to do. Well, this is such a wonderful way to get them excited about Halloween and to get them to crafting. You know, arts and crafts are so important for a child's development. So if you have children at home or grandchildren, this would be a wonderful way to craft with them and to start thinking about Halloween. Get them excited. Celebrate Halloween during summer. What a wonderful way. If we can celebrate Christmas in July, why not Halloween in June? So here is another way of painting. Now this one I'm using a little bit more of a darker tone of orange. It's not as bright and it's more earth tones. So I just wanted to show you how many different ways that you can paint up these cute little critters. But I wanted to get started on my project. So here I am going to use, I'm using my little batty bats. I forgot my little flappy bats. Flappy bats and flippy bats. I don't know what they call them, but they're so cute. Do you have any names for owls and bats? Give me some names for owls and bats. I would love to hear it. Now imagine if you get these owls and bats and create like a wreath, but everybody in your family gets a chance to decorate your owl or bat how they like. If somebody wants a pink bat or a blue bat or they want a purple bat, and that really describes that person, and you can have them all on your Halloween wreath. And also, you know, why not some bats? I mean, you know, everybody's got a batty aunt here and there. I know I do. Anyway, this is just so much. I had so much fun. Look at this. It's so cute with the black and the orange and the little smile. And I had too much fun with these. So thank you, Dawn, for telling me about these because these are gorgeous. Now, I'm using one of these Dollar Tree wood rounds to create one of those vintage moons, those crescent moons. They're so cool. And there I'm like placing my little bat and my little owl just to see if it makes sense. Now what's cool again is that you can customize your owl not only in the colors but also in the shape, and I'll show you in just a minute. So all I'm using here is some bright yellow acrylic paint like they used to have in those vintage Halloween decor items. There are so many Halloween decor items out there that are reproductions because obviously there are many Halloween decorations back in the day that were made out of paper, so they didn't survive. But you can always recreate that look, just keeping to the basic colors of black and orange, yellow, green, like a bright green, and sometimes purple. Those are the basic Halloween colors for vintage looks. So you can bring a little bit of vintage retro Halloween to your home. So there I'm making a nice black night sky. And now I'm going to start working on the features of this very handsome debonair little moon. My man in the moon, I think he's rather cute. But I thought he needed a nose. So I just added a nose, I thought it would make sense with those old vintagey type photos. Now I went to Pinterest and looked up vintage Halloween images just to get an idea of how to decorate this adorable little moon. And you can add some blush. I still could go back and add some blush to those little moon cheeks, but I wanted the focal point to be my cute little owl and my bat. So here, as I'm finishing up this debonair dashing little moon, I am trying to figure out where to put my bat and my owl. I thought it would be cool to color coordinate them. And what I did with the owl was I just chopped off, just with a regular knife. It was very easy. There wasn't a lot of styrofoam. Just chopped off the back, and now I'm using regular hot glue. I noticed that the hot glue didn't melt, it didn't make holes or anything in the styrofoam, and it worked just well to affix it there to the moon. And now, last but not least, our little batty bat. He should be flapping his little flappity wings around the moon, meeting up with his friend the owl, the hoot owl. Hootie, well, we can't call him Hooters. Can't call them Hooters, Dawn. Don't call them Hooters, whatever you do. Anyway, so we have our little hoot owl and flappy bat, and they are just getting ready to celebrate Halloween. I love this. This is so perfect for my door at work or here at home. And last but not least, I wanted to add some of those retro vintage little stars. I don't know if you've seen them in like mid-century modern kind of artworks, but it's very easy to do. Look how cute this is. Just make little lines, little cross lines, and you make these little stars. And I just thought it added a little more to this. Now remember, you can paint your owl in any way you like. You can add glitter, you can make them gold, you can make them all black, and they are just so wonderful for fall and Halloween. So I hope you like this, and I hope my friend Jane likes this as well, as I know Michelle loved little owls like this. I like to call this an indie quickie because it's fast, easy, and it's so cheap and inexpensive to create. First, I'm using this little brie box, so hopefully if you have some brie this summer, you save your little boxes, because these are perfect to make vintage Halloween noisemakers. And all I'm using is some beads that I had in my craft room, some scrap paper, and this is from Hobby Lobby. I love this black and orange striped paper, so perfect for vintage Halloween. And all I'm going to do is cut it into the shape of the brie box for the front and the back of this box. Next, I crimped up some paper, and here's this, it just looks like vintage paper, and I thought this would be perfect for this decoration. And I also put some ribbon, and it's just some black and white harlequin ribbon around the box to cover it, so I wouldn't have to use paper around the box. And here we have our quality control black cat for Halloween. Gudu herself is here to check in and make sure that everything is done properly, and now she properly sits in my craft space. Does this happen to you? I know. They need to have our full attention. They are little, little pet babies, but oh my goodness, look at this. Just right on top of the area I just glued, so I was worried about her getting glue on her tail. So all I'm going to do here is create a little medallion for the top of this box. It's going to be my little noisemaker box. Now I use this Johanna Parker design, and she on her website has designs and printouts that you can print out for free. Johanna Parker and Bethany Lowe are my favorite designers when it comes to vintage Halloween, and they have many ideas that you can use and share, and they do have some of these free printables on their webpage. So here I cut out that cute little cat and I put it in the middle of the medallion. Now all I have to do is add that paintbrush handle. That's what I used as a paintbrush handle because it's what I had. Some black ribbon, and of course some orange and black striped ribbon to finish it off. And I think it came out so cute. Imagine creating this with your children this summer. I have so many projects that you can do this summer, and that would be so much fun to have a little summertime Halloween party and create these wonderful noisemakers, and you can save them for when Halloween actually comes around. I loved making this. I hope you enjoy making this too. I was taking a walk around my neighborhood and I saw this, and it really kind of just ripped at my creative soul, and I had to save some part of that. It was an old-fashioned grandfather clock, full wood, and had been left in the rain, so it was just deteriorating. Somebody had smashed all of the clock parts of it. I don't know why, but luckily the glass of the top of this grandfather clock was intact. So that's what I am trying to salvage here today. Once again, Kuru, our black Halloween cat, is here to supervise, and there you can see what I was able to salvage from this grandfather clock. Now, it is quite large, and I didn't know what to do with it exactly, but I figured maybe a cat house. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Do you think my cats will like this? I started cleaning it up and making sure that it didn't have any dirt. And of course, the cats made themselves very comfortable in their new abode. But sad, I had to evict them very soon so that I can finish my project. It wasn't easy. But eventually they walked out. Now I'm using these canvases that I got at the Dollar Tree. These are the large canvases. I think they're 18 by 11, if I'm not mistaken. But they were the perfect size to put a back to my little, I don't know, what is this called? What would you call this? I don't know, the grandfather clock, an ensemble? I don't know what it is, but this containment unit, I suppose, for the clock. And all I'm doing here is painting with some watered down brown and black paint to get to this kind of color. And what I did was I texturized it by smooshing the paper towel into it. There you go. No, Luna, you can't help me paint. No. And what that kind of created was like a vintagey kind of wallpaper look, which I thought was perfect for the background of this grandfather clock encasement. So now all I'm going to do is, as you can see from the back of it, you can see all the water damage that this had. The veneer completely peeled off. But for what I'm going to do, it doesn't need to be structurally sound. I'm not going to help fix that up there at all. I'm just going to paint over it and it'll be fine. So here all I did was, using my hot glue, I just glued in those panels of that canvas so that it would, just cover up the back of this grandfather clock encasement. And as you can see, the design that came up with that watered down paint, it really does look like old-fashioned wallpaper that's been left to rot. And just imagine that this was like, there was just an old spooky house, this empty grandfather clock cabinet. Well, Luna is making sure that everything's up to par, that, she's making a full inspection so that we can continue and move forward, because goodness gracious, I am taking their little cat house away. I might have to empty this all out when I'm done so the cats can play in there. Now, I found this corbel, I guess it's called a corbel, in my stash. I had found it at a thrift store. It was only $1. It's made out of styrofoam. So I took it and I painted it the same way I painted the back wall. And that's just using watered down paint. I added a little bit of gold. And as you can see, all I'm doing is affixing it to the, wow, that's kind of classy, Annie. Yes, I'm affixing it to the back wall of that grandfather clock. And now I needed to create a little shelf. And what I used was one of those signs that it's empty it looks like a box, but it's not a box. It looks like wood, but it's not wood, and it's empty in the inside, in the back. So I opened it up so it would be a wider shelf, and I thought this was perfect to add. It was a perfect size. It fit just in the cabinet, and I'm setting it there on top of the corbel. Do you have an idea of what I'm doing? I am making an apothecary / library cabinet, a little witch's cabinet. I think it's perfect to hold potions and spells and spell books. I just love it. So here I am. It's nighttime. It was raining, thundering. I loved it. And so did little Luna. She's just modeling there. Look at her. She's just waiting to see what else I come up with. So here all I'm doing, because I have all of my little potion bottles tucked away safely in my shed for Halloween, I decided to just use some regular ordinary stuff I had around the house, little shot glasses and little candle holders, little bottles that I had around, and just using my flameless candles to add some ambiance. And of course, adding a cat or two. There you go. I mean, they're making an inspection, people. You can't have Halloween without little Halloween cats. Okay, Luna was not very happy. I was asking her gently to please move out of the way. So I had to wait for them to move out, and it took a couple of tries, but eventually they moved out. But look at how perfect, Kuru is just perfect for this. She is a perfect little model witch's Halloween cat. Now, I gathered together some leather-bound books. You can use plain books. I actually have a reading book there, a storybook of fiction called The Monstrumologist. It's a spooky, fun book to read over the summer, especially for young teens. Not little kids, but teens, because it is a little creepy, but I enjoyed it. So here I'm just reorganizing or rearranging my books, and there you have it. I love it. I put some greenery on top, put some dried flowers inside, and the candles, the flickering candles. This is so perfect for my entryway foyer for Halloween, to make it a little bit more witchy and spooky. So if you find anything like this, try to create your own witch's enchanted apothecary case. So hasn't this been fun thinking about Halloween, especially in this long, hot summer? And one of the things I love to think about is accessories like hats and brooms. And how about some cute Halloween earrings? Well, Ruth Hilliard reached out to me and told me about her Etsy shop called That Weird Craft Girl. And she creates all of her own little jewelry accessories. And she sent me these cute little pumpkin earrings. Are those the most adorable little things you've ever seen? I love them, and look how perfect they match with my shirt. Let me put them on so you can see how cute they are. What do you think? I love them. Thank you so much, Ruth. And I'm going to have her Etsy shop down below in the description so you can get your own little pumpkin earrings. Thank you once again to all of my crafty friends that joined me in this special June-o-ween Summerween craft collaboration. Please remember to check out a full playlist and continue the Halloween fun during summertime. I can't thank you enough for stopping by and visiting with me, and for sharing your wonderful comments and keeping me inspired. As I always say, stay safe, be kind. God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure and keep it spooky this summer.